at all. But today I'm happy because what I'm going to show you is devised by Aston Martin Red Bull Technologies and Adrian Newey, the most successful F1 designer of all time. It's the most ambitious supercar project since the McLaren F1, and its performance is so far beyond the current players, it's hardly worth mentioning the likes of the McLaren P1 or LaFerrari. So this is it, Adrian Newey's mind unleashed from technical regulations. This is the AMRB 001. So how can any road car, and this is going to be a road car, be so much faster than anything we've experienced before? Well, other than just saying Adrian Newey, I'm not actually allowed to explain too much. So much of this car is still secret. What we do know, everything that you can see here that's grey, this incredible intake at the front splitter, basically all the cooling, the aerodynamic, the chassis structure, that's all Adrian Newey. Everything that's green is Aston Martin.
I'm guessing it doesn't look like you expected. The AMRB 001 isn't all crazy aero devices and sci-fi angles. In fact, it's beautifully simple. There's a hint of old 60s prototypes in the elegant curves, the perfect proportions you'd expect of an Aston Martin. But this pure form is capable of extraordinary things. Newey says it will be faster than a current F1 car in race trim around a racetrack. To put that into context, a Koenigsegg 1.1 lap spar in 2 minutes 32.14 seconds. But the fastest race lap in 2015's F1 race on the same track was a 1:52.42. Yes, 40 seconds quicker.
In terms of straight line performance, all we know is that this car will have a normally aspirated V12 engine. It's not the current Aston V12, it's a completely new and bespoke engine, and it's also going to feature some sort of hybridisation to engage a reverse gear because the gearbox will only have forward ratios, and also for a power boost as well. Now, the decision to not have a reverse gear, it really speaks about the whole philosophy of this car. It's all about lightweight. Aston say this car will have 1 horsepower for every kilogram, and we expect it to weigh about 1,000 kilos. Of course, everything is made of F1 spec carbon fibre. There's not a single steel component in the entire structure of the car. So circa 1,000 horsepower, 4.5 G of cornering force, and lap times to shade an F1 car. These are uncharted territories, and they're pushing the boundaries with every single component. The brakes, what we know about them, they're going to be proper F1 style carbon, not carbon ceramic. The suspension, again, a bit of a mystery. We know it'll be inboard, push rod operated, and incredibly sophisticated. In terms of aero, there's not actually much active aero. The only thing that will move is this tiny little wing. There's going to be a little bit of trimming at different speeds. Again, this car is all about that crazy underbody and the active chassis. Inside, there's room for 2 full-grown adults, even adults who like beer and fast food, so we're told. But the driving position is going to be proper F1 style. Wheel here, right length back, and your legs actually above your hip point. It's going to be a completely unique experience. Incredibly, Red Bull and Aston, well, they claim this is going to be a completely usable car. You'll be able to drive it till I'm on, probably drive around, compete in the 24-hour race and maybe even win it, and then drive home again.
This extraordinary car will cost between £2 and £3 million. There'll be 99 homologated road cars and an even more extreme version just for the track, of which 24 will be produced. Already, there are 375 people desperate to pay for an AMRB 001, the first of which will be delivered in 2018.
With Newey's involvement, there's just instant credibility about this car. It blows apart the status quo. The supercar as we know it looks like is about to change forever. Right lads, when can we actually get a go in this thing?
Click on the left to learn all about the Alpine Vision concept, or on the right to get under the skin of the stunning new Aston Martin DB11. To watch more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the Evo channel.